Bill is so full of shit. Oh my gosh, everywhere Bill goes, it's Dani. Every time Haley turns around, it's Dani. Dani has the town's support. They absolutely adore this woman. And that's something that Haley will never have. Let's get into it. It's just so unbelievably unreal the way that this girl thinks. She is so naive, clueless, and very inexperienced in life. And Bill knows it. Sometimes to me, he talks to her like she's a kid, like she's a child, like she's one of his daughters. And this relationship can't be real, y'all. I mean, it's just not doing it for me. I'm just not convinced that she's his wife at all. And why did he choose to date her anyway? I mean, I don't know. Maybe Bill is going through some sort of midlife crisis or something, and Dani is more his speed. And it's really unfortunate because we never got to see these two interact, right? Because when they first came on, they were already divorced. We didn't get to see him telling her the news, none of that. They just came in already divorced. And poor Dani, she just cannot seem to find herself these days. Bill doesn't want her anymore. Well, I beg to differ on that one. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Her daughter kicked her out, booted her right out of their company. So Dani doesn't really have a leg to stand on. She doesn't know what to do with herself. The more she tells her family that she's okay, the more she's not okay. But she does a pretty good job of hiding behind what they think she should feel like. So the people at the country club are mistreating his precious Haley again. And I'm sure that she's fed up with everybody being on Dani's team. And I'm sure that he's fed up with having to defend her every move. Like, you, first of all, are in the same town as your ex-wife, right? So, I mean, what do you expect? A town that is pretty much ran by the Duprees. And he wants everybody to accept Haley. Like, are you kidding me? I just get so frustrated listening to these two. Like, every time they come on screen, it's like, oh my gosh, what's she gonna say now? What's he gonna do now? It's like they're never gonna win. They're never gonna get ahead of this Dupree storm that they're always intertwined with. So just give up the goose and move to a different town. He wants everybody to worship Haley. Man, they don't even like this girl. And you're talking about worshiping her? She's a little young, brainless homewrecker. Like, who's gonna like her? She doesn't have any friends. The only friend that she had was your daughter. They just give me the icks. Both of them. So it's icks, not ick. And Bill also has to deal with his daughter, Naomi, right? And it looks like she's a pit bull in the courtroom because he taught her everything that she knows. So I think that this is going to be very interesting to see the father and daughter go against each other. And it's actually going to bring them closer together, I think. And I think that Naomi thinks that it's going to drive him further away, which is what she wants. But I think it's going to be the complete opposite. Then we cut to a frustrated Dani. And she's frustrated because Chelsea told her that she needs to back off, basically, giving Dani absolutely nothing to do. So she had to cancel that modeling gig that she got for Chelsea. And this is frustrating her. So she took a drink, something that's the last thing that she needs. And another thing that she doesn't need is for Bill to be calling her. Like, what do you want? He told her that he wanted to talk to her about something, but he didn't want to talk to her about it over the phone, that he wanted to come over and talk to her in person. Lord have mercy. And even though she told him that it was a bad idea, her little heart inside was jumping for joy. This is everything that she ever wanted to hear, that Bill is coming over. So what did she do? She ran upstairs and changed into something a little bit more, let's just say, appealing. Even though I thought what she had on was fine. That was a really cute outfit. I mean, I really love the pink accent. It paired really nicely with the black and white plaid. And while we're on her wardrobe, and let me just point out that this show is really, I really like it. I mean, it's very rich. The characters are always on point. They dress nice. They look nice. The hair is done. Like, they're really sharp. They outdid themselves. And shout out to LaQuanda Plant too. She's the supervising producer over there. And I've worked with her before. We worked together on one of my projects. So shout out to her. And also friend to the channel, Trisha Mann Grant. She's also over there playing crazy. What's her name this week? Anna, I think it is. So what's up, Trisha? Job well done. So Bill came over and they are having this, small talk about the decor, about the pink couch, yada, yada. And they started reminiscing, something that couples tend to do when you've been together for like so long, like half of your life, right? Which was very interesting. And, I can connect to this couple. Like, they have memories, they have things to talk about, they have things to think about, right? But he doesn't have this with Haley. And even though I think that Bill is the biggest asshole on this show, I really appreciated this moment between these two because this is all we're gonna get from them as a couple. And he's sitting there looking all around the living room like he never been there before. Then they're still talking, and then they kind of catch themselves like, we're having the same thought right now. So Bill had to break the ice, break up that monotony, and he got up and got himself a drink. And he's being all nice and cordial, and he was like, what about you? Can I make you anything? Like, he's very charming, right? To say the least. And Dani knows it. Just look at her. She wants him so bad. So then Bill started talking about property that they've sold, and Dani wasn't too fond of that. She was like, oh, we've sold it already? Like, that was quick. Then he wanted to know if she still had the deed on the property. And indeed she did, and she had it tucked away inside of this photo album. And boy, what did she pull that out for? Because now they're really reminiscing. Now their thoughts have some pictures to back up what they're actually feeling for real. So they're reminiscing, they're laughing, Bill is drinking, and I honestly thought that Dani was gonna give in and take a drink, but I think she already had a couple before he got there. Then he hit her with the news that Naomi is suing the firm, and Dani thought this was hilarious. Then he started showering her with all these compliments in her Chanel bathing suit. Another photo that they found in the photo album. And he's telling her how good she looks to be a mother of two, yada yada. I mean, he's pouring it on thick. Sickening, I tell ya. Then they started talking about seafood and linguine, and Dani is falling for it hook, line, and sinker. Then he started talking about some song by Cisco about being without the girl because his life is complete, and then they went in for the kiss. End scene. Y'all, this episode was a straight 10 out of 10, as they all are, but I had to get on here and just share my thoughts because Dani is losing it, and I kind of feel sorry for her, but little Miss Thang Thang gonna lose it when she finds out that Dani is kissing on her man. But who cares, because Dani had him first. But even though this seems like a small win for Dani, it's really not, because she's going to be an emotional wreck when she calms down off of this temporary high that she's experiencing right now. Bill is playing with her emotions, and he's just going to drag her along just like he does everything else. And I just think that Bill is a power-hungry narcissist. But we all know that Haley cannot hold a match to Dani. By any means. I mean, all she does is complain. Oh, they won't serve me at the diner. Oh, they canceled all of my appointments. And she's only gonna experience more of the same. Like, this is never gonna end. Dani and her family has this city on lock, period. And we all know, we heard in this episode, that Dani gave Bill his spark. Like, he's pretty much nothing without her. He can already see people giving him the side eye. He can already see that the town is never gonna accept his new boo. So he might as well go back to what he's familiar with. But do y'all think that Dani should take him back? Hell no. She better not ever take him back. Did you guys enjoy episode number 25? I know that I did. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And if you're a fan of Beyond the Gates like I am, then go ahead and sub to the channel for more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys, on Ruthless TV, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.